432 and 824. The gator eats the one that's worth more. He looks at the place values from left to right. It's the greatest hundreds place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that is greater. The number that is least is never part of his feast. 355 and 332. The gator needs to eat the one with the greater value. He looks at the place values from left to right. 5's the greatest tens place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that is greater. The number that is least is never part of his feast. 145 and 149. The gator needs the greater value on the number line. He looks at the place values from left to right. 9's the greatest ones place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that is greater. The number that is least is never part of his feast. Now the numbers are the same on both sides. The gator wants to eat, but he can't decide. Neither is greater or less, it's a perfect tie. So the alligator writes an equal sign. The hungry alligator eats the number that is greater. The number that is least is never part of his feast. The hungry alligator eats the number that is greater. The number that is least is never part of his feast. If there's a line underneath the greater than sign, greater than or equal to us having sign is defined. I'll write a line underneath the less than sign, and less than or equal to is the name of the design.
Hi there. I'm an alligator, so let's keep this snappy. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that the greater than symbol goes from big to small, and it's called the greater than symbol. The less than symbol goes from small to big, and it's called the less than symbol. The larger number always goes on the open side of the angle. For example, this reads as 50 is greater than 10. And this is read as 10 is less than 50.
Visit Numberrock.com for exclusive content, lesson materials, and more. Thanks for watching.
Do you know Mary? Do you know Mary? Mary who? Mary MacDonald. Of course I do. Do you know her little brother? Yes, of course I do. I know her brother and her mother and her father too. Do you know her older sister? Yes, of course I do. I know her older sister Betty and her younger sister Sue. Do you know her Aunt Esther? Yes, of course I do. I know her aunts and her uncles and her cousins too. Do you know her husband Bobby? Yes, of course I do. I know her husband and his brother and his father too.
May I switch off the light?
May I turn down the air conditioning?
Do you mind if I lower the blind?
Is it all right if I put away these files?
I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't mind.
Is it all right if I switch off the light?
Do you mind if I close the door?
May I switch on the fan?
Sure, sure, sure.
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Let's go to the zoo. I haven't been there for ages.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go to a show. I haven't seen a show for ages.
How do you want to go?
Let's take the bus. I haven't taken the bus for ages.
Where do you want to eat?
Let's eat in the park. I haven't done that for ages.
What's she doing?
What's she doing?
She's writing a book.
What's he doing?
He's learning to cook.
What are you doing?
I'm learning to drive.
What are they doing?
They're learning to dive.
What's Dan doing?
He's writing a letter.
What's Fran doing?
She's knitting a sweater.